and double shine, but he wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky, now I listen and laugh. Even almost.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're gonna do something a little different. Just want to do a pregnancy Q&A. You guys are probably wondering where Lewis is at, but right now he is currently getting a haircut because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna read some questions that I wrote down that I've got from like other people's videos, and then questions that people have asked me on Instagram. So number 1, how far along are you in regards to months/weeks? So right now, as of today actually, I am 27 weeks, which is probably the 2nd week into being 6 months pregnant. So yeah, very close. Did you and your baby's father have a preference on gender? I want to say yeah, we did, but like either way we were like gonna be happy regardless whether if it was a boy or a girl. The only reason why we had very high hopes for boys because it's not so common in our family for someone to have a boy. Majority of gender in both families is mostly girls, so that's why we really wanted a boy. Okay, number 3. Was this a planned or unplanned pregnancy? This shit was unplanned. I didn't know nothing. I want to say like I had like this instinct that something was up, but it just didn't click that like, bitch, you're pregnant, you know? Number 4, what was your reaction to finding out that you were expecting? So like I said, I had an instinct. I was like 3 emotions. I was disappointed, I was happy, and I was sad. Okay, disappointed because I knew something was up and I like prolonged trying to like to take a test to like actually find out. So that's why I'm disappointed that I didn't find out sooner. I didn't end up finding out so I was already like 2 months pregnant. So yeah. Happy because, well, like, you know, like gonna have a kid. And sad. I think I was sad because I was just like, fuck, like it was hitting him. So yeah. Okay, question number 5. Who did you first tell? So I had took the test, and instantly after I took the test, I went into my room, and Lewis so happened to be playing the video game, and I told him first, obviously, but the first person out of me and him was my sister because she was home. She was getting ready, and what was going on is I was cramping pretty bad. I didn't know what to do, and so I figured, you know, let me tell my sister. She's home, I can talk to her, and she can kind of give me a little more clarity on like not who, but how should I tell my mom and stuff like that. Number 6, what did your mom say? So like I was saying, because I ended up telling my mom the same night that I found out I was pregnant. I kind of didn't want to because I just wanted to better prepare myself, but because the situation I was in where I was cramping, I didn't know if it was normal, it was really bad cramps. Me and Lewis were in our room. It was right after I got off of work, and I just felt like, okay, like we need to tell my mom because like if there's something going on, then I need to go to the hospital and stuff like that. So we ended up going to her room, and I showed her the pregnancy test, and I told her, and she was like, you guys are joking. Like she wasn't like in a mad or upset mood. She was like, are you serious? Like, is this a joke? And I was like, no, like here's the test. Like you have the test. I just peed on that, like, you know. And so she was pretty much like, I kind of knew it, that somebody was gonna get pregnant out of my siblings because my brother pretty much broke the ice. And then because of how long Lewis and I had been dating, she was like, she kind of expected that it would happen soon. So she wasn't mad, she was just more like, thank you for telling me, thank you for coming to me, like I'm glad, you know, you guys are able to come and talk to me. And she was just excited from there. She's still a bit in shock, like it's still hitting her now that I'm pregnant, but yeah. Question number 7. Now that you have a son on the way, will you and Lewis get married? Me and Lewis have always talked about like eventually like when the day will come where me and him will like get married and stuff like that. But I personally feel like we shouldn't get married just because we have a kid together, you know? Like, it should still be how it's supposed to be. The proposal, the wedding ceremony and all of that. Like, we still want to keep it kind of traditional, even though, like, you know, obviously people don't have kids before they're married, but either way, like, it'll happen when it'll happen. And question number 8, what traits do you hope the baby gets from either Lewis or you? I didn't want him to have Lewis's nose. I know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure he has his dad's nose. Personality wise, I would love for him to have Lewis's personality, just because Lewis is more on the calm side. Like, he's more patient, where me, I'm like grouchy and stuff like that. I want him to be like fun, goofy, stuff like that. Number 9, do you have a name for your baby? I do, but ain't nobody gonna know until he's born. That's why I'm sticking to the name Peanut. Number 10, did you ever think whether you wanted to be young parents? Just because, like, the way seeing that my mom was, and like how she was young and she had me and all my siblings, and I just kind of wanted to be the same like that. Like, I wanted to grow with my child. Like, I didn't want to be one of them old ass parents coming to a PTA meeting and like gray hairs and everything, and your child look like they 10. Like, I did not want that. Number 11, what is your biggest fear about being pregnant? My biggest fear would probably be labor. That, I mean, like, I'm scared that maybe he's gonna come too early. I'm scared of how long I'm gonna be in labor. I'm also scared for, like, if I have to get a C-section, because I really don't want that. But if, like, any emergency comes and stuff like that, and like C-section is the option that I would have to go and do, then obviously I'm gonna do C-section. But other than that, I really want to avoid a C-section. How was your symptoms? Honestly, the reason why I was confused that I was pregnant was because I didn't have much symptoms. I didn't have no morning sickness. I wasn't moody. I wasn't, like, literally, it just felt like how I was before I was pregnant. So honestly, like, I'm lucky with Peanut. Peanut doing good to me. Like, he giving me some justice, because I ain't gotta worry about a lot of stuff. Most people get acne. I haven't really broke out. I mean, I got like a little bumps here, and then I probably had one like here, but other than that, no, you good. 13, how much baby shopping have you done? I've actually, well, we actually haven't done any shopping, because we didn't really find out Peanut's gender until I was already like 20 weeks. First few outfits we bought, it was a Nike sweatsuit, a Champion sweatsuit, and a nice little green bomber jacket. And these clothings were obviously, like, we picked it from the boys section, but the way I am is, like, I would dress a girl in that too. All you gotta do is just add some bow, add some pink to it, like, you know. So that was like the first few things we bought. A lot of things, like the crib, my mom gifted us one. She bought him a crib. I got a bassinet, a swinger, I wouldn't know what it's called, like a jumper, like when they're bigger and they just like hop around in that. I have like a little rocker massager where you lay the baby on and you strap them in, and like they could sleep there or, like, you know, sit there for a while. And then I also got a playpen and a high chair and all of that. All of that was hand-me-downs from my aunt. She gave me because it was from like when her kids had kids and they obviously didn't need it anymore, so she handed it down to me. So I'm very thankful for that. Question 14, who will be in your delivery room? In my delivery room, I would like for all my sisters to be in there. I would like Lewis to be the only male in there because, you know, it's very intimate between me and him. The reason why I want my sisters there is because, one, I need their support. Like, I need them to be there to help comfort me, to help massage me, to help just basically make it as easy as possible on me through my delivery. And of course, like, I would love for them to be there to watch their nephew come out. And also my mom's gonna be in there. 15, are you planning on getting the epidural? This question, like, I've been so back and forth with myself. A part of me really wants to try labor like all natural, and I figured because I do not like, I can't take pain like that. Like, I will convince myself in the moment like it's okay, like you can get through this and stuff like that. But once I have my spine tattoo, forget it. I'm getting the epidural. Definitely gonna get that. Question number 16, will you be breastfeeding or bottle feeding, and for how long? Yes, I will be breastfeeding. I just find that it's more, I mean, I don't want to like bash people who bottle feed, but for my preference, I feel like my son would develop more and he's getting more nutrients and stuff like that, and it's free milk. Who don't want no free milk? Why would you spend like $30 on a box like this of formula that you're probably gonna run out of within like 2 weeks max? Like, that should add up. So I'm definitely gonna be breastfeeding. For how long? I plan to do it until maybe he's about like 1.5, 2, but we'll see how, you know, things go. But number 17, are you gonna film the birth? I do plan on filming the birth. Something that my mom has done with all of us and my siblings is she would have like the old big cameras and she would film everything. She filmed like my siblings' childhood, where we grew up at in Oakland, like just everything, like Halloween's, birthday parties, their labors, me when I was being born. So I definitely want to like keep that tradition going where like I can film that. As far as being posted to YouTube, I'm gonna have 2 parts to it, meaning like one part where it's like uncut raw footage for me to have to put on a VCR or a DVD, whichever one, and the second one would be an edited, more PG version for YouTube. And question number 18, the hardest thing about being pregnant. The first one is I can't sleep on my stomach no more. Sleeping on my stomach is how I've always gone to sleep, but now that you have someone in there, you can't be squishing them. So that definitely is one, because sleep, it was already hard enough to transition to just sleeping on one side. Number 2, I would say, is that you can't fit majority of your clothes. I mean, I don't know how most people wear, but for me, I was very small in clothing. Now I could barely wear anything. That's why I mostly try to stay home, because I just want to be in leggings, throw a t-shirt on, call it a day. What is the best thing about being pregnant? The best thing, I would have to say, feeling them kick and move. I cried when I felt him kick, because it was just like, wow, like this is real, you know. So I think that's the best thing, is feeling them move around, and every day more and more how bigger they're getting and stuff like that. So I think that's the best thing for me. Last question, number 20. Are you scared for when your water breaks? I am scared, just because it's gonna be like, oh shit, like this is it, you gotta get ready, ain't no turning back, this baby gonna come. But at the same time, my goal is to be contracting first. That way, if I'm contracting, I can spend as much time at home trying to prep my body, like hit some squats, walk around back and forth in the house, like do as much as I can to prep myself before actually going to the hospital to deliver. The reason I say this is because I do not want to spend hours or days in the hospital and he has not come. So that's why I'm hoping I contract first before my water breaks. Thank you guys all very much. Thank you for those who asked me questions on Instagram. Thank you for those who have been checking up on me, wondering how I'm doing, how's the process of being pregnant. I just want to say stay tuned for everything. I will be bringing you guys the baby update video. Don't think I forgot or anything. That way you guys can know what like the glucose test went, or how my next appointment goes, or the ultrasound. Like, I will be keeping you guys updated. If I do take long, just please understand, like, there's a lot of things going on. Just getting ready for the baby, there's school that I'm trying to finish. There's just like a lot of stuff that's on my plate right now, so please be patient, but at the same time be cautious, because there will be videos coming your way. And yeah, the 21st, my birthday was yesterday, the 20th, so I would really appreciate it if you guys comment down below happy birthday. I just turned 20, and obviously I wasn't able to turn up how I would have wanted to because little man down here, but it's alright, it's all worth it. So yeah, like I said, stay tuned for more videos. Like this video, comment any video suggestions, and happy birthday. I don't care if you watch this video in 2020, if you watch this video 6 months later after it's posted, comment happy birthday. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.